driving towards the Choum tunnel, cross country. And we're approaching the entrance. There's a little water viaduct. You can see the slag heap from the side on the left. And it is pretty bumpy to get here. I'm at the entrance of the Choum tunnel. If I'm repeating myself, you just have to ignore me. Anyway, there's this huge spur of a mountain here. This long ridge which is very high, goes on for miles and miles. And the French and the Spanish who owned Western Sahara at the time, the French that had this area, Mauritania, Senegal, French Northwest Africa. The French wanted to build a railway from the mines to the coast. Best way was around this spur of a mountain. Western Sahara, the Spanish said, sure, just have to pay us and give us a percentage. French said, no, we're not going to give you a percentage, one-time payment. Spanish said no, and so the French, at enormous expense, wound up building this tunnel. Didn't realize it would be through solid granite for most of the way, so it was much more expensive. And so it was finished in '62. In the early '70s, when Spain got out of Western Sahara, the French then cut a deal with the Western Saharans, various types, built this spur around, and you can just see the rail bed in the distance, and then abandoned the tunnel, repositioned all the rails so there are no rails. You can see the rail bed. By the way, this is this huge slag heap from the construction. Moved the rails, and the tunnel was no more. And the part of Western Sahara that it goes through right now is not controlled by Morocco, not really controlled with anyone, maybe the Polisario. So where the fee payments go, my guess is they cover some of the refugee camps, maybe some other stuff, but Moroccans are not going to complain. Spaniards are not going to complain from the old colony because they're no longer here. Algerians aren't going to complain. And the other reason why the tunnel made sense is because the tunnel, because it has an incline, you couldn't run as long trains. So once you got rid of the tunnel, now you could run trains that were 2-3 kilometers long. It became much more profitable as a route. So now we can just walk into the tunnel, and then we'll attach it to the video of us driving into the tunnel. And we are in the Choum tunnel, 1962. Crazy. All right, we're going in. We are in the Choum tunnel. And that's the Choum tunnel, and it goes a long way, and we can see, look how far down that tunnel goes. It is a long way before it curves. We're in the tunnel, graffiti from when it was abandoned, some type of wasp nest, I guess. And then we can walk out. Obviously the tracks are very valuable, so they move the tracks elsewhere. And ooh, is that bright. You can see the cut. Entrance to the tunnel, 1962. And we're backing out of the tunnel. Here they come. Light's perfect. See you later, bye! Ciao, Habibi! Alright, my ride is leaving, gotta go.